Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Raja Umar on my channel RU Speaks, and on this channel we discuss the IGCSE and O levels Pakistan studies and global perspectives. We are almost done with the global perspectives and we have talked about all three components of it in detail, and we have already talked about the skills. I mean, like the information skills, critical thinking skills, communication skills, collaboration skills, and research skills all over there on this channel. The videos are available. So, and secondly, we have talked about the geography portion, and out of the 12 units of geography, we are done with 11. And now only one unit, that is the population of Pakistan, that is left, and we will be making a couple of lectures on this one as well. And in history, we are done with two sections of history. I mean, right from section 1, from Mughals to the 1905 events, and then from 1905 till 1947 events. So now we are moving towards the third section of history, that is from 47 onwards. I mean, now we are purely going to talk about the history of Pakistan. Previously, we were discussing the Pakistan movement. First of all, a reminder, do not forget to subscribe my channel RU Speaks, as it has a lot of stuff for you people to learn something good. So we're going to start the section 3 of history today, and here we are. That is the Pakistan Studies History Review notes I have. They are of section 3 now, and in this particular section we will talk about the different ministries, I mean the governments. And as you know that the syllabus of Pakistan Studies is up to 1999, so we will discuss all the phases of the history of Pakistan and what were the constitutional changes, what were the political developments happened in Pakistan. We will discuss all of them in quite detail, and then we will also talk about the early problems of Pakistan. That is the actual topic for today for us. And then we will also talk about the foreign relations of Pakistan with the other countries. That would be the last phase of this whole of the syllabus. Now there are certain regimes we will discuss, as this is the beginning. We will talk about the services of Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah as the first Governor of Pakistan from 1947. I mean from 14th of August 1947 to 11th of September 1948, and early problems. And then we will also discuss the Ministry of Liaquat Ali Khan, that how did he rule Pakistan from 1948 onwards till 1951, and then Governor General Ghulam Muhammad. And you know that during the Ministry of Liaquat Ali Khan, there will come the role of second Governor of Pakistan, Khwaja Nazimuddin. So that will be discussed over there in the Ministry of Liaquat Ali Khan. And then the third Governor of Pakistan, that is Ghulam Muhammad, from 1951 to 1955. How did he rule Pakistan, and how were the governments went over there during that phase, and who were the prime ministers who performed for Pakistan at that time. And then the last Governor General of Pakistan, that is Sikandar Mirza, and he was the first president of Pakistan as well. So from 1955 till 1957. And then Ayub Khan's role came in front, that is from 1958 to 1969, and that was the first military rule in Pakistan. And then second military rule of General Yahya Khan from 1969 to 1971, and then creation of Bangladesh, and then Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's regime from 20th of December 1971 till 1977. Then there came the third military rule, that is the rule of General Muhammad Ziaul Haq from 1977 to 1988. And then you can say the four democratic governments in Pakistan, two of Benazir Bhutto and two of Nawaz Sharif. So Benazir Bhutto regime from 1988 to 1991, and then from 1993 to 1996, and Nawaz Sharif first government from 1990 to 1993, and then from 1997 to 1999, and then the Pervez Musharraf's military coup, that how did he took the charge of the country in 1999. So up till this one. The regimes of Pakistan, they will be discussed as per the syllabus of IGCSE and O levels Pakistan studies. And then the relations with India, Pakistan's relations with the United States of America, then relations with the former Soviet Union and current Russia, and then the relations with China, relations with Afghanistan, relations with Britain and Commonwealth countries, and role of Pakistan in the United Nations, and then the relations with Bangladesh. So they will be discussed in whole of this section. And now moving on to the initial problems of Pakistan, that is our today's topic. And what we will study over here, that what sort of issues Pakistan faced in the early days, as Pakistan was a nascent state, and during that phase Pakistan faced many of the problems which were really very troublesome and which created huge problems for Pakistan to move on smoothly in the early days. So number one, that is the Radcliffe Award. Radcliffe Award was the Boundary Commission, and Sir Cyril Radcliffe. Sir Cyril Radcliffe was a retired judge of the British government who was appointed as to partition the provinces of Bengal and Punjab. As you know that they were the big provinces, and clearly they had two different communities living in two different portions of the provinces. For example, if we talk about Bengal, in East Bengal the Muslims were in majority, and in Western Bengal the Hindu population was in majority. In the same way, in Punjab, the Eastern Punjab was having the Sikh population in majority, and in the Western Punjab the Muslims were in larger majority. So the Boundary Commission was appointed by the British government. Two separate commissions were appointed, one to partition Bengal and one to partition Punjab province. But this particular person, Sir Cyril Radcliffe, he was heading both the commissions. He was assisted by few people from the Muslims and the Hindus for Bengal, and few were for Punjab. So many Muslim majority areas and what happened during this particular Radcliffe Award, that many Muslim majority areas, Gurdaspur, Ferozpur, were given to India. I mean, this was the injustice done with Pakistan, that Sir Cyril Radcliffe did this injustice, and being dishonest to his job, that he was appointed as to partition these two provinces, but he showed dishonesty in his work, and he gave many of the Muslim majority areas to India, and that created many problems for Pakistan, and we will discuss them in detail. This aggravated the refugees issue, as they landed nowhere after the partition. I mean, those who felt that their area was a Muslim majority area and it would be Pakistan the next day, the next morning, but what happened, that when they woke up in the morning, they saw that they were in India, as their land was given to India as per this particular commission. So this unjust award led to Kashmir dispute, which could not be solved till now. I will explain with the help of the Google map to you people as well, just a while from now. Ferozpur led to water dispute between Pakistan and India. So these are the two really very important issues. One relates with Gurdaspur, and the other one relates with water dispute, relates with the Ferozpur. So these are the two really very important areas which were given to India. If I go to the Google Earth now, so from where I will explain that how these areas were awarded to India, and what sort of issues Pakistan faced, and what are the issues still we are facing because of these ones. So let it be run, then I'll explain you people that how the things moved. Very important thing, number one, that is the Tehsil Gurdaspur. Tehsil Gurdaspur was in the eastern India, Eastern Punjab province, and it was awarded to India. It was a Muslim majority area, and the fact was that to enter Kashmir Valley, Jammu and Kashmir region, very especially Jammu region, The only single road route or the link was from Gurdaspur, and this particular Tehsil Gurdaspur was awarded to India, and the route was provided to the Indian forces to enter Kashmir Valley and to capture it illegally and forcefully. So if I go to the, here is the map of Pakistan, and you can see that here is the boundary between Pakistan and India. This yellow line, this is the international boundary now, and we have accepted it. But if I zoom it up, you will see that over here the capital of the Indian Punjab, that is Amritsar, and further getting closer to it, this spot is Amritsar, and it is the capital of the Indian Punjab province, which was given to India after partition, and this was the boundary line which was decided by Sir Cyril Radcliffe, and the Radcliffe Award or the Boundary Commission, which was designated to partition province of Punjab between Pakistan and India. So I was talking about, here you can see Gurdaspur. Here is, now this is Gurdaspur, and this was a big tehsil, and it was awarded to India, and a route which goes to the Kashmir Valley, especially Jammu region, that passes through this area, right? So it means that this area was awarded to India just to provide India a route to enter Kashmir over here in the upper region. So this is the Kashmir Valley which is disputed and which is illegally, unlawfully, unjustly occupied by India in any sense. So if you say, here you can see that beyond this yellow line, below this yellow line is Pakistan, and here you can see the city of Jammu is over here. So it means that the route was provided to the Indian forces to enter Kashmir through the Tehsil Gurdaspur, which was awarded to India. So this was the big unjust partition. I believe that Kashmir issue is the unjust partition of the subcontinent. I mean, the consequences which came up on the uncertainty, and you may say that the situation which is the issues between Pakistan and India, the root cause was the Boundary Commission's unjust partition of the subcontinent, awarding Tehsil Gurdaspur to India. That led to the rising of this big issue, which is still with us after passing 78 years of independence. So this was one. I mean, from Gurdaspur, the route goes to Kashmir, the single road route which was there at that time. Now there could be many other routes India might have constructed to enter the valley of Jammu and Kashmir, but at that particular time, that was the only route from Gurdaspur to Kashmir, and by awarding Gurdaspur, that route was given to India to capture that valley illegally. And secondly, if I move down towards south of the same region, what we see that the another very important town, that is Ferozpur. Ferozpur was given to India. Let me find out that where it is, and even I can search over here. Ferozpur, Indian Punjab. So here we are searching Ferozpur, and it is down over here, just beyond Kasur and Okada. And here you can see this blue line is the boundary between Pakistan and India, and here you can see river Sutlej is entering Pakistan from Indian territory over here, right? So this is Ferozpur, and this is whole Ferozpur Tehsil, which was given to India, and it was again a Muslim majority area. By awarding Ferozpur to India, what India did, that India stopped the waters of river Sutlej over here in this area, so that to make Pakistani lands, these lands barren, so that Pakistan would not be able to grow good crops. So Pakistan might be suffering through this water stoppage. So these are the two regions which created a greater problem for Pakistan. Number one, awarding Gurdaspur Tehsil to India, creating Kashmir issue, and awarding Ferozpur Tehsil to India by creating water dispute for us. So these were the two really very important issues we came up with. So they are given over here. Back to my notes now. So next one, that is the geographical problems Pakistan faced after the independence of 1947. Two parts, East Pakistan and West Pakistan, they were about 1,000 miles away, and Bengal was 1,000 miles away from this current Pakistan, that was known as West Pakistan. And unluckily, these 1,000 miles were of the enemy country, that is India, which was against this partition and which never accepted the partition till now. So by having this much distance between two parts of Pakistan, it was really very hard to administer both the regions. You know that at that particular time there was no greater communication system developed across the country from in these two parts, east and west. So this was a big issue. Then different cultures and languages, they had different lifestyle over there, right? And you know that the Bengali culture was much more influenced with Indian culture. So it was really very much difficult to bring them back to the Pakistani culture or these areas culture. That was really very difficult. As you know that the province of Bengal, I mean East Pakistan, it was surrounded by the Indian territory from three sides, right? I mean on the left side it was West Bengal, on the right side it was Assam, and in the upper region there was some other province. And in this way you can see that definitely whenever the region was surrounded by Indian territory from three sides, definitely the impact was there. So it was very difficult to align with the current culture of that area with these areas. Jinnah tried to fix this through speeches, creating unity among both the parts of Pakistan, east and west, but that was really very much difficult to carry on these two parts along. So Jinnah insisted on Urdu as national language. So that was, I believe, that was a big issue. He could announce Urdu and Bengali, two national languages of Pakistan. It was no harm in that, I believe. Then political and administrative problems, poor administration and infrastructure, as these areas remained backward during the British regime, as British thought that these were the Muslim majority areas, and British never spent on the development of these areas, never developed the infrastructure of these areas, never developed the administrative structure of these areas, never developed the education and health sectors of these areas, never thought to develop the social sector developments over here in that area. So these areas remained really very poor administratively and as infrastructure wise. Lack of civil servants, as you know that during the British regime, the British never gave the higher positions to the Muslims, as they thought that they were incompetent, and secondly they believed that as the British had taken the government from the Muslims at the end of the Mughal Empire in 1857, they believed that still it was in their minds that the Muslims would try to harm them in their rule over here in the subcontinent. So they never allowed the Muslims to prosper in the government jobs and in the civil services. So there were really very few people who were over there at the higher posts. So when Pakistan came into being, Pakistan faced a lot of a big issue, that is the lack of the civil servants. And Lack of the government buildings and infrastructure and furniture. As I told you that the British government never established the administrative structure of the Muslim majority areas. So when Pakistan came into being and Karachi was declared as the capital of Pakistan, then what was found that there were no buildings and proper furniture to sit on and to sit there in those buildings to work for Pakistan. Jinnah flew uh, experienced government officials to Karachi, and special train and planes were arranged to bring the officials to Karachi to run the administrative machinery of Pakistan. So constitution could not be made in the early years. That was the big issue, that the political instability or these whole of the problems which were the major focus at that time to overcome the refugees issue and many other issues. And for that sake it delayed the making of the constitution. That was a big issue for Pakistan. Framework for setting up the constitution was delayed, and the Constituent Assembly of Pakistan could not make the draft of the constitution in early years. That created even you may say that the situation got worsened even because of the lacking of the constitution at that time. Constituent Assembly members were dumb. Well, the landlords, they had no idea whatsoever about the political system of Pakistan, that how to rule. Previously, whatever the system was in the subcontinent, that was given by the British, and British were experienced. They gave many reforms in the subcontinent, Parliamentary reforms, then Monte Chelmsford reforms, and then they gave the Government of India Act of 1935, and they kept on giving the reforms to the subcontinent. But when Pakistan came into being, the politicians over here, they were so incompetent in making the constitution that they had no idea that how to function the political machinery or even the constitutional machinery of the country. Jinnah, being chief executive, could not work due to his poor health, and his health was deteriorating day by day, and that is why that was the big issue, that he could only survive for about 13 months after the creation of Pakistan, and that was even a bigger blow for Pakistan, that he could not sustain his life for longer. So the economic problems, Pakistan lacked proper industries. Again, telling you that there was the agricultural development in these areas, but British never established an industry. No investments were done over here in the Muslim majority areas. So Pakistan lacked industry, leading to the very poor economic conditions. So jute production was in East Pakistan. Mills went to India. That was again a big issue. Jute crop was grown over there in East Bengal, I mean East Pakistan, which was given, which land was given to Pakistan at partition, and the mills which were processing that jute to make it a jute fiber, they were in India. I mean, they were in the Western Bengal, and they came over with India. So whatever the crops which were being produced over there in East Pakistan, like jute crop, that was of no real benefit for Pakistan, as the mills were not over there in that area. So agriculture suffered because of the canal water dispute, as I just explained, the factor of the Tehsil Ferozpur. By awarding Ferozpur through Radcliffe Award, the headworks over there on river Sutlej, they were given to India, but the canals which were originating from those headworks, they were coming to Pakistan. So India shut down those headworks and refused to release water into those canals, leading to the agricultural problem for Pakistan. Social problems, 5 nationalities, population groups, I mean Punjabis, Balochis, Sindhis, Pathans, and Bengalis. So 5 different nationalities, and every nationality had a larger population. So that created a big problem of unity among the nation. Then all these were culturally very different from one another, and that created a conflict, and it remained, and it is right now. Most of Pakistan lacked educational infrastructure. As I told you that the British, they never established number of schools or colleges or universities over here in Pakistani lands or the Muslim majority areas. Very few schools and colleges were here, which were insufficient meet the needs of the huge population of Pakistan. At that time, this was a big issue that Pakistan lacked the educational infrastructure, lack of health services across the country, no hospitals, no medical colleges, very less number of doctors, and no nursing staff. That was another problem, which was related to the social sector developments. Then financial assets division. When these two states, Pakistan and India, they were established, it was decided by the British government that how the assets of the British India would be distributed among Pakistan and India. But again, Pakistan got the unjust distribution of the or the division of the assets, and Pakistan never got its due share. India refused to divide assets in justified manner. Pakistan was supposed to get 750 million rupees from the Indian Reserve Bank at that time, got 200 million and refused to pay remaining 550 as war broke out between Pakistan and India on Kashmir issue. And then Mr. Gandhi went on hunger strike and asked that the Indian government, Mr. Nehru, to release the amount of Pakistan. In that sense, what we have seen that Mr. Gandhi played really very vital role for assisting Pakistan in getting that money. And after that, Gandhi's hunger strike made them give 500 million more to Pakistan, and 50 million rupees were never given to Pakistan since then. So it means that Pakistan was deprived of the full money from India through Indian Reserve Bank, which was allocated to Pakistan, which was the share of Pakistan as explained by the British for that sake. So military assets division, Pakistan was given. Pakistan needed 4,000 officers to command the Pakistani forces, but Pakistan had only 2,500 officers in the military. So it hired 500 British officers just to train others, so that Pakistan would be able to overcome the deficiency of the commanding officers in Pakistan. So there were no ordnance factories in Pakistan to make the weapons for Pakistan army. So Jinnah made India send 60 million rupees for ordnance factories. As you know that there were a couple of ordnance factories over there in those areas which were awarded to India, and they came under the control of India. So it was must that one ordnance factory should be awarded to Pakistan as per the partition plan. So they could not take the whole of the industry to Pakistan, but Pakistan was paid 60 million rupees to in lieu of that ordnance factory, which could be given to Pakistan at that time. Supplies sent to Pakistan were old, worn, and damaged. Whatever the military equipment like tanks and cannons and whatever they were given to Pakistan, they were obsolete, they were out of order, they were of no use. I mean, all rubbish. So canal water dispute, as I have already explained. In April 1948, India stopped water supply to Pakistan on River Sutlej. I mean on Ferozpur headworks, they were shut down. So agrarian economy threatened because of lack of or deficiency of water in River Sutlej, and whatever the canals which were coming to Pakistan, they all got dried. May 1948, temporary agreement on water till Pakistan gets other sources of irrigation. Jinnah requested Mr. Gandhi that water should be released in the canals of River Sutlej so that Pakistan could be able to grow better crops. And Mr. Gandhi finally agreed that the waters of the river Ferozpur headworks, they would be released to Pakistan until or unless Pakistan didn't get any other solution to the issue of water availability for those areas. So refugees problem, the biggest of all, unfair Radcliffe Award, as I have explained, that is Gurdaspur and Ferozpur tehsils, leaving 20 million people homeless, as people thought that they would be the part of Pakistan, but the next morning they saw themselves in India, and then they started winding up all of their stuff and they started migrating towards Pakistan. So it means that was the it is said that it was the humans biggest migration ever happened. So different groups turned on each other. So that was a big issue. Pakistan and India worked together in an attempt to evacuate and accommodate Lahore, and that is known as the Liaquat Nehru Pact, that was of 1950. so that there should be the proper registration system of the refugees and the evacuation system of non-Muslims from Pakistan to India, and evacuation or accommodation system of the Muslims from Indian territory to Pakistan. So that is known as the Liaquat Nehru Pact. Jinnah declared himself as Protector General of Minorities, set up relief fund so that all those minorities who were living over here and they started feeling themselves unsafe over here. And after the even after the aggression of Pakistan, Jinnah declared that all those minorities they were protected by the government of Pakistan, and Jinnah declared himself as the protector of those minorities. And relief fund was established to settle down the refugees who were coming from India to Pakistan in larger number. So Kashmir issue, as I explained, what was the issue? Muslim population wanted Pakistan. Hindu leader, Hindu Maharaja wanted that the valley of Jammu and Kashmir should be given to India. So border undefined since then. After 78 years, Kashmir issue is still there. Both laid claims leading to conflict and tensions. War happened over there in 1948, and Pakistan was able to get liberated some part of valley of Jammu and Kashmir in the form of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, which is under the control of Pakistan now. Jinnah was unable to solve it in his life as he could not sustain for long. So Hyderabad and Junagadh had the similar problems, and they were not given. Junagadh, Manavadar, all those areas, as you see that in Pakistani map, the official map of Pakistan, those are also shown as the Pakistani territories over there. So all these problems, they were with us at that time, and Pakistan faced a lot of trouble in the early years as nascent state. So question: why was there a refugee issue? Muslims in wrong areas, I mean, they turned up in Indian territory in the morning. So Gurdaspur, Ferozpur were not fairly partitioned. Muslims in India were subject to violence, large-scale massacres by Hindus and Sikhs, and there was shortage of food and shelter due to new government and lack of the financial resources to Pakistan. That's why this rose the refugees issue for Pakistan. Why did the canal dispute arise? Mainly rose because of the partition of Ferozpur headworks problem over there. As I told you that the Indian government shut down those Ferozpur headworks which were releasing waters to the canals of River Sutlej. So argument over water, India claimed Beas and Sutlej Pakistan needed water for its agricultural growth. India promised not to interfere in the water supply, and Pakistan could not cultivate. So all these issues, they rose to the canal water dispute between the two countries at that time. Why was the military asset division a problem? Pakistan needed 4,000 officers and had only 2,500, and we hired 500 British officers to help Pakistan in training the officers so that Pakistan could be meeting the need of the shortage of the commanding officers. No ordnance factories. So as I told you that Pakistan finally got 60 million rupees from India to establish an ordnance factory over here in Pakistan. And India divided the military assets as per 36-64 ratio. Supplies sent to Pakistan, they were first they were not of as per the ratio. Secondly, they were of no use. Why was the Radcliffe Award unfair? India got Ferozpur, India got Gurdaspur, India got Calcutta. Surrounding areas were Muslim majority areas, and Jinnah referendum was denied. Jinnah wanted that in those areas, in the surroundings of Calcutta, referendum should be held so that the clear situation should come up with us that what people wanted, whether they wanted to be the part of Pakistan or they want to be the part of India, but it never happened. So that was the big issue, Radcliffe Award. So here we have the questions related to the early problems of Pakistan. Was the refugees issue the most important problem Pakistan faced as the nation state and a nation state in the early years in 1947? Give reasons. So in level 3, we will discuss the refugees problem, and In level 4, we will discuss the geographical problem, we will discuss the water dispute, we will discuss the military assets division problem and all others. So it means that level 3 will go to the refugees problem, and level 4 will go to the other problems, and then level 5 would be the conclusion of the question. So that in this way we will be having the 14 marks question done. So the government of Pakistan was totally successful in solving the problems of partition during 47 and 48. So here we are going to talk about the successes and failures of the Pakistani governments in the early years, and the successes they will go in level 3, and the failures they will go in level 4, and then we will conclude it with level 5 in the end. So this is how this question will be done. And the canal water dispute was the most important problem Pakistan faced in the early years. Again a 14 marks question. So in level 3 we will talk about the canal water dispute, we will talk about the canals of river Sutlej, we will talk about the Ferozpur headworks, we will talk about the Redcliffe Award, and in level 4 we will talk about all others. I mean Kashmir issue, I mean Gurdaspur Tehsil, and we'll talk about the geographical problems. We will also talk about the administrative problems, social problems, and military assets division. So we will all discuss the rest in level 4, and then we will finally give the analysis in level 5. The low rate of literacy was the most important social problem Pakistan faced. So now we'll talk about these social problems only. Low literacy rate will go in level 3, and all other social problems like lacking infrastructure, lacking health issues, health facilities, lacking educational facilities, or lacking all other factors that might be leading to the all other social problems of Pakistan, they will go in level 4, and then we will conclude it with level 5. The government of Pakistan was totally successful in solving the problem. Same question already explained that successes will go in level 3 and failures in level 4. And why was Pakistan faced with the refugees problem? We will talk about the unjust partition of the subcontinent over here in 7 marks question. So only level 3 reasons to explain in 3 different paragraphs. Then reasons, development, and evaluation or analysis. Okay, so why was the division of armed forces and military assets a problem for Pakistan in 1947? So again, as I told you, that lacking officers, then lack of the ordnance factory, and worn out and outdated and useless military equipment supplied by India to Pakistan. So these are the 3 reasons you will explain in response to this question. So these are the few of the questions which are related to the topic, that is the early problems of Pakistan, and this is over from my side today regarding this. And in the next lesson we'll talk about the role of Quaid-e-Azam as the first governor of Pakistan, and then we will also discuss the role of Quaid-e-Azam as the leader of Pakistan, leader of All India Muslim League, and what was his role during the Pakistan movement. I mean, when he joined All India Muslim League in 1913, since then, what was his role in the politics of the subcontinent? That would be our next lesson. Up till now, this is over from my side. Do not forget to subscribe my channel RU Speaks. Raj Omar is signing off. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.